Hi everyone, it's Kamal here. Just a quick note to thank you all for coming out for the picnic that we did about 3 weekends back. We had about 86 people that came out for the event. So once again, thank you very much. I know everyone's busy, so I'm always grateful, very appreciative when you do take the time to support one of these events. I also want to thank Puneet, who's been busy running around organizing all this. So Puneet, thank you very much for all your help, for coming out on a weekend and supporting us, and also to my wife for always being there, always being supportive of some of the crazy ideas I come up with. Now, having said that, I'm always open to interesting ideas, so if you have something interesting that you'd like me to do or host, definitely give me a call, email me, let me know what it is. With that in mind, the next event that I've got planned is going to be a costume Halloween dance party for October. More information is available at the end of the July 2018 market update video that's coming up next. So without further ado, here's a July 2018 market update. So here's a July 2018 market update. The July average home price in Mississauga came in at $706,000. Now, if you've been following my video, you know in June the average sales price was at $726,000, and in May it was also roughly about $726,000. So is the market slowing down? Is the market actually going to come crashing down? Quick answer is no, it's not. This is actually a very typical situation for July. Okay, the market takes a breather, it starts to slow down. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the seasonality or the cyclicality of the real estate market here in Ontario. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up a monthly average sales price in Mississauga on a year-by-year basis. So if you look at the charts, we're going to put up the 2012 number, again monthly sales price from January to December for that year. Next, we're going to put up 2013, we're going to put up 2014, 2015, 2016, and finally 2017. Okay, as you look at all these different charts, I hope you can see there's a sort of a pattern that is starting to emerge, and that's what we're talking about when we're talking about cyclicality or seasonality. All right, we do tend to follow a fair bit of a pattern when it comes to real estate in Ontario. So let's take a look at on a month-to-month basis what happens. January, typically the market is very slow. It's actually the slowest it is for the whole year. People are just recovering from the New Year celebrations and all that. Lots of bills to pay and all that. So very, very little activity. Now February comes around, activity picks up a little bit more compared to January, but really not by much, as it's still very cold. People are still busy with work. Now something dramatic happens once March rolls around. Activity starts to pick up dramatically. So from March, April, May, and June, 4 months, you have the highest amount of activity in real estate for all of the year. Okay, for the rest of the year, these 4 months will produce the highest number of transactions, and also typically during these 4 months, you're going to get the peak in terms of pricing for the year. Okay, now what happens is once July rolls around, the market actually takes a bit of a dip. What you're seeing with July this year's number as well. So July, August, the market tends to take a breather. Now what's happening is people that did the transaction during the spring market in March, April, May, and June, they are busy moving in during July and August. So there's a lot of activity going on in terms of people actually moving into their new homes. People that did not do any transaction during the spring market, they actually start to take vacation time, because again, fall is coming, they're running out of time. So family vacation time and all that starts to get activated during July and August. So because of that, there's less activity, and because of that, price tends to take a bit of a dip. All right. Now what happens is typically once that is out of the way, by second week of September, activity starts to pick up again. And this is because now kids are back in school, you're back at work full time as well. So roughly about the second week of September to about second week of November, we have activity start to pick up, price starts to pick up a little bit more as well compared to July and August. Now this is what we call our fall market. The fall market by comparison is nowhere as big and as strong and as powerful as the spring market, but it is an opportunity for buyers and sellers to transact before year end. Now once we get past the fall market, the activity starts to slow down, prices starts to drop again, because now you're looking at December, you're looking at holidays, Christmas, New Year's, year end, activity starts to dry out. And then once that's done, January comes around, again activity is really slow at that point in time, because again people are really not thinking about anything. They're getting back to school, back to work, recovering from New Year's again, and then February starts to pick up a little bit, and then March next year it starts to pick up even more, and the pattern kind of repeats itself. Okay, so there is a bit of a seasonality to the market that we have here. What we're going to put up now is the monthly closing sales price from January to December for each year from 2012 to 2017, to give you an idea of what this pattern looks like. On a year-to-year basis, it might vary a little bit, but overall this is kind of the pattern. January, February is kind of slow. March, April, May, June it picks up. July, August to about second week of September, fairly slow. September to about mid-November picks up again, and then November, December drops off, and then again it repeats itself. So I hope you find this information useful. I did mention to you that we have our next event planned. It's going to be a full costume Halloween dance party. Seats are limited, so you will need to RSVP when the invite goes out. So please take a look at the screen here for the rest of the information on the Halloween dance party. Thank you.